That was maybe my third or fourth soap one. I am now actively enjoying it.
You're be-
100%.
you're beyond help.
Oh, yes. Oh, God. Yes. Welcome back to Is It Still Good? This is the show where we take our rose colored glasses, we take them off. We go to the doctor to examine a zit on our back. The doctor tells us that it is not a zit, it is, in fact, a person being birthed from our back skin. And so it is without the glasses and with the creature that is formed from us that we must view the things from our past. And that's what we're here to do every week. So I'm Bear Kennedy. I am in Chicago. Joining me, as always, is a great examiner of beans.
I'm examining my beans right now. Andrew Carter in Los Angeles. And if you're hearing this, you're thinking, what the fuck, beans? We are doing Bertie Bott's Every Flavor Beans this week on the show. These are 20 years old this year. They coincide with the release of the first Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, if you're overseas, which came out November 16th, 2001.
How many alternate titles were there? Was that
I
the
think just
only
those
one?
two. I think just those two. Every other book and movie were the same around the world, but Sorcerer and Philosopher were different. Philosopher was the European title, Sorcerer was the US title. And I think it was because they deemed US audiences like not knowing what philosopher means or
They were
something.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Zoe told me about it once, and I think it was like, oh, it's just because Americans are stupid, pretty much. And yeah, so
That
pretty
checks
much
out.
it.
Yeah. What did she read the philosopher's version of it? Did she have like
Yeah,
a moment where she's
she
like,
did.
what the
She We
fuck?
have a copy of the Philosopher's Stone, that edition upstairs.
Interesting.
She was. It's funny though. I don't think she got. I think she got a copy of it when she still lived in England because she was born in '91 and lived there for 7 years. And I think the first book came out in '97 or maybe '98. But she got the Philosopher's Stone. She read it. She's read all the books. I have not. I've actually only read the first four.
That is
I've
the exact amount that I have also read.
yeah,
I like
and
that's where
I've
I stopped. Yeah.
and I've just been recently seeing the movies for the first time. I've watched all except for one. Um, I have but it's funny. I've seen the very last one before, but I still have to see, um, Seven Part One
Okay.
because
I
I've
don't know
seen the
that
seventh movie Part
I
Two.
think I've seen Seven Part One. I know I saw Seven Part Two in the theater.
Yeah, I did too. I saw it
Yeah.
opening day. I remember.
Really
Yeah, yeah.
interesting.
It was I was dating someone at the time who was like big Harry Potter fan, and she was like,
Me
"Oh, we
too.
got to go see
Yeah.
it." So I was like, "Yeah, all right."
The
Um,
first two are Chris Columbus joints, I believe.
yeah, the first two are my favorites, and the second one in particular, I just there's such a magic to them that I don't think the others. The others are great. Don't get me wrong. I don't think there's a bad one among them that I've seen, but I think that the first two, there's just something so fresh and magical and new and exciting about them.
Yeah, I remember seeing the first one in the theater for sure. And then
Yeah,
I've seen the fourth one a lot. Like that one was really on rotation on cable for a long time. I
dude,
guess
the
they all
fourth
are
one.
now, but the
Yeah,
fourth one
they
I feel like I've
are.
seen 1,000 times. I remember reading that book pretty well.
Yeah, the fourth one stuck out to me because I remember that was the last book I read. So when I saw it in theaters, I was like, it was the final time that I was like remembering what I had read with what I was watching up
Yeah,
on screen. But dude, I've seen it probably three, maybe four times because I saw it once in theaters and then once again on cable and then once a couple of years ago with Zoe, and then we just rewatched it a couple months ago. Dude, that ending fucking really got me
it's good.
emotional. And
Yeah,
it's great. And I'm not just talking about the part when after they come back and Cedric is dead and his dad's like, "My boy," that part gets me too. But like the part that really got me for whatever reason was when Harry is fighting Voldemort and he's holding him off, and his parents come and are like, "Harry, like we can help you. Like we can protect you. You can go back now. Like
yeah.
we've got you." And Cedric comes back and says, "Harry, bring my body back to my father." I just lost it. I just started fucking
Yeah,
sobbing.
that's hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so moving and it was really beautifully done. I don't know. That one, it's funny. The first two, I know I just said like those are probably my favorites, but like the fourth one is probably the most emotionally affecting for me.
Yeah, there's a
Really
lot. There's a lot going on in that one. That and shit gets
Yeah.
real in that
Oh
one
yeah.
too.
Yeah, because he
So
comes back and then it's like, oh shit, now
yeah,
nothing's ever gonna be the same.
I agree. I don't know that there's a bad one. I mean, obviously the production value is great throughout. The
Across the
kids
board.
are fucking amazing. And
Yeah.
it's also features just a fucking smorgasbord of amazing English character actors on the sides.
Oh my god.
'Cause the fourth
Every
one
single
is the one I believe with Brendan Gleeson in it.
Yeah, Mad Eye
Uh,
Moody. Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's a slam dunk for me anytime
Yeah.
he's involved.
Amazing.
But we're gonna have. Well, I know we're planning on talking about at least the first one because that one the movie came out 20 years ago,
Yeah.
so that's on the docket. But I'd be curious to talk to someone who's like really into it to see if there's one that is viewed as a lesser or like not as good. 'Cause I
I
don't
think
know. I mean, they
Zoe
all.
would we should have Zoe on when we talk about the first
Yeah.
one, but I think that she would say it's funny. I think a lot of people, a lot of film buffs think the third one is the best, almost by
That's
default
the
because
Oldman shows up.
Cuarón, right?
Yeah.
And Oldman shows up, and also Alfonso Cuarón directed it. But I feel like other more general audiences view that as not the worst, but maybe their least favorite. I think it also made the least amount of money out of all of them.
That's interesting.
But I love that one. I thought that one was it's
I
amazing.
got a heavy Gary Oldman bias. I mean, I'm going to be hard pressed.
But it's also the last act of that movie when they kind of like go back in time and fix it is amazing, and it's so well directed and it's really seamless. But that's a good question. I feel like out of all the ones that I watched, probably my least favorite was The Order of the Phoenix. But again, I don't think that's bad by any means.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if that would be that one or the third one.
There's got to be one that's like the consensus pick because with 8 films, there's got to be at least one that maybe dips a little bit as far as maybe not even quality, but just like engagement, or if you're really familiar with the story, it's like, all right, we're just trying to get through this to get to the next part. And I'm just not an expert on Harry Potter. I think we've talked about this before, but it just hit at the correct age for me to. It was such a long experience when those books were coming out and then the movies that I just felt like I found other stuff and just got away from it. But I was even telling Jackie tonight, I was like, hopefully I'll have some kids and they're going to be into this, and that will be an excuse to get back
into it. Yeah.
Like that's probably the next decade.
Zoe's hugely into it. She has a tattoo that says "I open at the close," which is a quote from the last book. And what I think is really moving about the quote is that it's when Harry goes to finally face Voldemort for the last time. And basically it's talking about how it's like, you know, it's okay to be vulnerable, and, you know, like vulnerability actually equals strength. And so Zoe has a tattoo of that written in very nice cursive and everything. And it's cool that means something to her, and how it's like, you know, and what's so cool about it is that like, I remember when she was getting it, she didn't like, and I'm just different in this way, but like, she wasn't like, oh, do you think I should she was just like, I'm getting this. And I think that's pretty badass. Yeah. Like, she's just like, I'm getting this tattoo.
That's cool. I as someone with no tattoos, I have almost numerous times gotten from Blade Runner, it's too bad she won't live, but then again, who does? Like, I've come real close to getting that one.
Such a good quote.
It's like my favorite. It's probably my number one movie quote. Huge pretentious nerd alert.
No, but that's such a good quote.
That one is the one I love.
When does that happen in the movie again?
Right at the end. It is
that's
the
what
last,
I thought. Yeah.
Whenever James Olmos shows up.
Yeah, right. It's right when he
tells him.
Is it right? It's right before he goes to get her, right?
Yeah, it's right before it's the last exchange. It's after Roy Batty dies. Yeah. It's overshadowed by the Tears and Rain quote, which happens like 2 minutes before.
I know, yeah, which is hard,
that's the better quote.
Oh God, yeah, that's a fuck. I forgot about that quote, but God damn.
I never forget about that quote.
Well, the reason I forgot is because of what you just said, the Tears and Rain,
yeah.
You know, and the fact that was improvised. You know,
amazing.
And you're like, what the fuck? Like, you know, that always gets overshadowed. But you're right, that's a great quote.
Enhance would be a really funny tattoo to get if you're getting a movie quote from Blade Runner. Just something funny.
Also, Super Troopers.
Yeah,
which is definitely a direct reference. Obviously.
Of course, it's a great
yeah.
tune.
But let's get into these Bertie Bott's every flavored beans.
Yeah.
We're gonna eat them for you live.
Have you tried them, or is this your virgin trying for the show?
This is my virgin trying for the show since we ordered them. I tried them when they first came out, and
absolutely,
that's probably it. I mean, everyone. What kid didn't? All right. So
yeah, I also got the 2-pack. I was waiting.
I think we got the same ones.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if they're.
Hold yours up to camera.
Yeah,
we definitely got the same ones.
The 2-pack. I really like that they're the exact form and packaging as cigarettes, which I think is cool.
Yeah, pretty much. They're cigarettes for kids.
And I believe these are still in production. And
we had to get them on
Jelly Belly.
We had to get them on Amazon, but yes, they're still in production. They are made by Jelly Belly. Best by March 10th to 2022.
All right, there you go.
And let's see the flavors we have got on here.
Okay, is the flavors? Did they tell you what's in it, or do they just give you kind of a round?
No, they just give you the flavor, man.
Because there's 25 that could possibly.
Yeah, I see earwax, earthworm, dirt, cinnamon, cherry, candy floss, booger, blueberry, black pepper, banana, grass, green apple, marshmallow, rotten egg, sausage, lemon, soap, tutti frutti, vomit, watermelon. Fuck.
Yeah, I found a chart, I think, on Jelly Belly's website of all the ones that are in here. I think you can identify them by sight.
I think what I want to do is just like I have a paper towel here, and I'm not going to be like too crass about it. But if I get one that I don't like, I'm spitting it out.
So I am fully committed to not doing that. I am taking what the good Lord gives me here. Also, there's no smell. I just smelled the package.
Braver man than I.
These don't smell like anything. They smell like paper that went through a Xerox machine, which smells really good. But they don't smell.
I do like that smell. That's what they smell like.
Yeah, I'm not getting any scent.
It's not good for the chemical content.
No.
That makes me think we're about to eat paper, but either way. Yeah, I'm not getting any scent. You know why? Because of the box.
Yeah, the box smells incredibly good, but not like.
All right, let's see. I'm about to eat a. Okay, I think this is gonna be a cinnamon one. Or no, I think it's earthworm. Fuck.
Well, a lot of them.
You know
really
what? Maybe I'll have to commit with you. No, you're right. You know what? I can't look now because I can't. We have to just eat them.
Yeah,
we have to just eat them. Oh God, that's so gross.
I think I got
earthworm.
Jalapeno. I don't know about one of them. It's gonna taste like it.
Earthworm. Fuck.
I'm gonna pull up the chart so I can at least see what the options are.
God, grass.
This is not great.
Grass.
I might have gotten booger, but I kind of liked it.
That's problematic.
Yeah, it says a lot about me.
Did I get a good one? Nope. I'm eating dirt.
This is definitely black pepper.
Dirt. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
It's real. I'm getting a lot of flavor on the nose, like early.
Oh fuck. Okay, I can't. I think I just got rotten egg. No way. Holy shit, that's awful. Oh my God. I dare you to fucking try that.
I will take it. I am just picking them.
Oh fuck.
There's a burst of flavor when you snap it, and then it really tapers off as you get chewing it more.
Yeah.
It was very heavy on the nose. Dude. On the back end, there's almost nothing. I just had blueberry, which was pleasant.
Yeah. I think I just ate earwax and actually swallowed it.
I want another black pepper one. It gave me like a weird sense memory, and I can't quite place it. I don't know what it was. It was
like Ratatouille.
It made me feel like I was in a bowling alley for some reason. I don't know why. That's it transported me.
I'll tell you how bad those first couple ones that I had. I just had a banana, and I'm like relieved that I had banana.
I had a blueberry, and it evened things out pretty easily.
Yeah, okay. I'm not doing a rotten egg again.
Holy shit! I did something terrible.
What was a rotten egg?
Oh yeah.
I told you, man. That one's really dangerous.
That is horrific.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, I got a marshmallow. That one's good.
Oh.
Yeah, the rotten egg. I'm telling you, man, it's fucking. It's torture.
Oh Christ! We had a tough time getting that one down.
Oh God. Oh man, I'm eating sausage.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Oh, as I'm tapering off of that rotten egg.
The first time I had these, no, I don't remember. It was either it was right around the movie. I think there were kids at school that had them, and they were like passing them around, and I had them then, or maybe we got them in our stockings that year. I don't know, but
that makes sense. I mean, candy is a big fucking deal when you're a kid. Huge deal. Yeah. And I remember distinctly these coming out. I don't really remember my first time like buying them, but I remember reading about them in the book, which is obviously, it's whimsical, it's funny, it's like the perfect kids book.
And then
shit.
seeing them in the movie, and you're like, ooh, wow.
And then I remember when they came out, like being excited about them and being like, oh, are some of these really going to be terrible? Like, is rotten egg really going to taste like rotten egg, or is it just like,
it's like, how are they going to do that?
Yeah, is it like a joke or whatever the fuck? And then the only one I really remember is earwax because it was so strange.
Yeah,
the rotten egg one I just ate was just from another world of disgust. So that is hats off to the Jelly Belly company. That is horrific.
Yeah, it's awful. Okay, I just had a lemon that was delightful. I just ate something terrible that I don't know what it was, and I think I'm about to have. Let's see. Yeah, black pepper. I'm getting a sense memory too, dude. What the fuck?
I mean, I got a hard sense memory from black pepper.
I think it's just pepper. I think that's a sense memory.
I don't know. I just ate soap, which I didn't hate.
Okay. I just ate. Oh, I think it's sausage. What's weird is the sausage one. It's not horrific like the rotten egg, but it's like, this is wrong for the form.
That
like,
makes
you're like,
sense.
This should not be in a jelly bean.
What's are you into jelly beans? Are you a bean boy is what I'm asking.
Not really, but I don't hate them, I guess. I feel like I'm fine with them.
Yeah, you're not like Ronald Reagan, like fucking just gnashing on these bitches all the time.
Did he like jelly beans? I didn't know that.
It's like one of the only things I know about Ronald Reagan is that he loved jelly beans and that he almost was murdered. And he fucked up the country for like 50 years.
Yeah, still. I had a coworker who would sometimes... Oh, what the fuck am I eating now?
John Hinckley Jr., that was the guy that shot him.
How do you... when did that happen again?
John Hinckley Jr., he tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan in order to impress Jodie Foster.
Oh, yeah.
Which is definitely a joke I've made on the show before. But yeah, he
Why? Because of her and Taxi Driver or something?
Yeah, he was like upset. He's like a mentally ill guy. It's like kind of not funny. He was, clearly needed help, and he was obsessed with Jodie Foster, and he wanted to kill Reagan to impress her, and he almost made it happen.
Wow.
He's still alive, by the way. Hinckley. Reagan, not so much.
Well, Reagan's very dead.
Oh yeah, he's getting spit roasted in hell. But John Hinckley Jr. It's still with us.
Wow. I had a coworker who loved jelly beans, is what I was going to say.
For a minute, I thought you were going to say I had a coworker that loved John Hinckley Jr.
Yeah, big fan. No, he would on his lunch break, sometimes he would go and go have lunch and stop at the Walgreens and come back with some candy. And they were all, without fail, one of the things was always jelly beans.
Interesting. I'm okay with jelly beans.
Soap. I'm going to willingly try soap.
I didn't have a problem with it. It's not great, but I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, It's okay.
Like
I mean, it's bad, but
yeah, I'm fine with jelly beans as a concept. I kind of actively really like the Starburst ones. Like those are fucking
yeah, those are great.
Those
I like sour jelly beans too.
I do too. And like Easter time, like the second best thing, the first best obviously being that Jesus Christ is back, but the second best thing is that jelly beans are abundant.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
But I'm not like a loyalist to Jelly Belly, even though I have been to their facility up here in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and took a tour one day.
Whoa!
Where I get to ride on a little train. It was underwhelming. They're not like stamping out beans like it's a fucking episode of How It's Made. It's more like here's the warehouse of beans, and then they just drive you around in a little train and show you various movies. Not movies, but just like 4-minute like films on a big screen, and then you drive on the train to the next part, like through their warehouse.
Right.
And then at the end, you go to their store, which kicks ass because you can get like basically any flavor you want. So that's somewhat cool, but it's not like a must go to if you're in the Chicago area. It is certainly a must go to if you're in Kenosha, because Kenosha is
not a whole lot there.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer would say, a mouth of hell. Well, I don't recommend that, but you could have a worse time in Kenosha than hanging at the Jelly Belly factory.
That's true. Oh boy, I'm already getting a tummy ache. I got two beans left.
Wow, you have plowed through these. I have like half of these bitches left.
Oh God, are you doing one box or two? I'm gonna do one because
I don't know how I'm gonna make it through 2 boxes of these.
Yeah, I can't do it in one sitting. I'll get violently ill.
I mean,
I'm gonna say
the beer is helping.
Yeah, I'm gonna save my favorite one for last. The green, which is a green apple.
Okay, serious jelly bean question. Do you cherry?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do combinations on purpose of jelly beans?
No.
No, never?
I don't do them on purpose. I don't ever do them because there's too little flavor. Like they're so small that it feels like a combination would cancel out both flavors.
You don't think it becomes one of like a juxtaposition flavor that's greater than the sum of its parts?
I mean, I guess that's possible, but I just haven't tried it because I've had that mentality. So
interesting. I don't necessarily do it either, but I was reading about jelly beans and obviously these specific beans, and I guess like doing combinations is like a very popular thing. So like you mentioned sausage. Like I don't know that I've come across it. Whatever I just ate a minute ago was just a fucking night terror. I think it was. Oh Christ! I think it was earthworm. No, yeah, I think it is sausage.
Oh, earthworm's bad. That was the first one I had.
Something is making me very unhappy.
One of the first ones. Oh God, that was. Oof.
But yeah, apparently it's a big deal to do combinations. So like I like sausage. You're right. You don't want that when you're expecting like a fruity jelly bean.
Right.
That when that texture hits you, you do have an expectation. But you might be able to combine sausage with something to make something less shitty.
Yeah, but what out of these flavors?
Grass?
Maybe. Yeah, I guess maybe grass or I wonder if 2 sausages would cancel each other out.
There's no way that there's no fucking way it's gonna cancel out. It's gonna be
would it be
twice as much. Yes, it's gonna be more intense sausage.
No, I know that makes sense.
What I'd like to do,
you know what? Sausage and black pepper. That might be interesting.
Well, that's a good call. What I suspect is okay is if you do rotten egg with black pepper.
Oh man.
Because
I actually have. I'll do it with you. I couldn't go through a rotten egg. Rotten egg and black pepper. I'll do one with you if you have those. I have 2 of those.
I guess I'm just gonna dump these fuckers out.
Yeah, fuck, man. I can't believe it.
Okay. Rotten egg's got like a swirl in it.
Yeah, no, rotten egg kind of looks like the popcorn jelly bean. It's like white with a little yellow.
All right. Well, it's dangerous because clearly they're trying to trick you because a lot of these look similar as fuck.
I know. That's the fun of it. Fun in quotes.
Oh
Oh
shit!
God. Show it up to camera, and I can tell you.
Is it? You're not gonna. It's not. There's not
That.
much detail here.
Do you see mine?
Yeah.
It looks pretty similar.
All right.
Feels like but we have to pop them in at the same time, like in this, not one after the other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you gotta. Your molars have to
Yeah,
annihilate.
you got to
them
bite
in
down on them on the
sequence.
same time. All right,
Yeah.
here we go.
I definitely got rotten egg.
Oh God, me too. Oh God, can't do it.
Good.
Oh God, dude, holy shit, that's awful.
It's not good.
The rotten egg is so much more powerful.
Yeah, it is.
It didn't cancel. It's on purpose. These people are evil. Oh no. I can't believe you're gonna dude, don't. You're just don't do it to yourself.
I have to.
I've never seen someone take so long to eat a jelly bean.
Well, the pepper's got a nice aftertaste. Like it is lighting up my tongue.
Oh God.
It's taking that rotten egg out of it.
Whew.
I don't recommend that. I wasn't trying to fuck us up. I sincerely thought that might work.
No, I know you weren't. That's why I did it with you. I was like, I'll try that.
I would like to believe that there is a method to this. Like even the flavors that are bad, you could come up with a combination that would be unexpectedly good.
To make them better, to make them more tolerable.
Like it's like a puzzle. Like you can figure this out if you were so.
Oh, I'm sure people have done that. If you go on YouTube, I'm sure people are like, so I got the jelly bellies and I tried all of them, and here's the ones that, and I'm sure even before vlogging was a thing, kids back in the day did that. Like kids at, like the day they came out, I want to try this one with this one. Like, oh God. Oh, holy shit. I'm glad I have water. Fuck.
I mean, it is kind of a culinary journey here because I just, I was in such a dark hole with that last combo, and I just hit a cherry one, and it was like stepping out of a cave into the sunshine.
Oh, it's amazing. Ending on the green
God.
apple, or at least what I thought was the end. The green apple, phenomenal. But then the fucking the other shit. Jesus Christ.
I mean, some of these are pretty obvious as to what they are. Like, I don't think you can fuck up blueberry. Like it's very blue. I'm gonna specifically try to end on that note.
Well, it's funny. I thought I was eating a tutti frutti at one point, and it was I think it was vomit instead. So that's a very, very big difference, big jump.
Right. I will do vomit right now. How did you feel about that? Bad?
Yeah, it was bad. I got through it, but it was bad. The rotten egg's the worst one. The rotten egg's definitely the worst one. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing how accurate that vomit one is.
Yeah.
It tastes like 30
puke.
seconds after you puke.
Yep, it really does. It tastes like
your
throat's. Yeah, I was gonna say it tastes like your throat's burning, but it's not. Oh no. Oh my God.
Whew.
How many more you got?
A lot. I can't believe how did you get through so many so quickly?
I just pounded them because you know why, man? Because
I just talking a lot during this? Because like I've got a significant amount of beans here.
Maybe you were talking more, but like I don't know. I think it was like finish them. My mentality was like finish them now, and I think part of that is because I knew a lot of them. I could tell when I opened it up. I was like, okay, the majority of these are gonna suck. I also
really, do you think it's a majority?
I also didn't eat 6 of them. I'm just telling you right now because I already had their repeat flavors.
Okay. I've been doubling down a little bit just to
dude, these people are evil. There's like 3 fucking rotten eggs in here. There's 1 earwax. There's a dirt, and then there's an earthworm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I already had them, and I'm not. I mean, like, again, that's part of the fun of it is like getting a good one is a treat.
It's well earned.
So it's like, so that begs the question then. Let's say we were to open these and they were all good. I would be pissed. I'd be
furious.
I'd be furious. The whole point of it is like, I want to get, it's weird. It's baked right in. The whole point of them is that you want to have the gross ones, but
I agree.
You have to, I actually think now that I've had some minutes away from them and some moments to breathe and digest, I feel like the balance was pretty good. Like there's more gross things in there than not, but you're still able to enjoy. It makes the good ones that much more tasty.
And I'm on my third soap one, and I actively like soap as a flavor.
Wait, so you actively like soap as a
I
flavor?
am now through the looking glass, and I think it's good.
Hang on. I need you to repeat that for our listeners. Go ahead as
So
clearly as you can.
No, it takes me a while to eat a bean as we've
You're
found out.
enjoying the soap.
I'm
You're
savoring
relishing
the soap flavor. Yeah, that was maybe my third or fourth soap one. I am now actively enjoying it. 100%.
You're beyond help.
I threw a little.
You fucking.
I threw a little cherry in there to see how they play off each other, and it was actually very good.
Jesus Christ. Cherry soap. But you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, funnily enough, when you have a really good smelling soap, like an apple soap or whatever, it smells good enough to eat.
It can be appetizing. Yeah.
It can be a little appetizing. You're like, oh man.
Like I don't get my mouth doesn't water when I smell like Dove, but yeah, like a fruity soap, you could
work. Yeah, it could happen. Could work for you.
I think I'm going into sausage right now. 100%.
So you're doubling down. You're eating everything.
I'm eating them all.
Wow. You haven't spit any out.
No, I'm taking them.
Oh my God, I'm proud of you. Dude, I've spit out, I'm counting 3, 4? I can't tell. I think 4 because including the double one that I just spit out. Oh my God.
Okay, I've got another late breaker here. I think I may be misidentified either booger or grass earlier as jalapeno. But
there's
one of those
jalapeno.
No, I know. I'm looking at the chart. I know, which is alarming that it does taste like it. I think it's grass. Grass and sausage, pretty good. It's like a sausage and pepper type deal.
What about sausage and black pepper though?
I think I'm out of black pepper. I've got like maybe one.
That might be interesting. Sausage and black pepper.
Another. Okay, yeah, let's take the plunge on that shit.
Yeah,
let's do it.
That's gross.
Yeah.
My dear Lord.
Oh,
God. You're killing me. So some little facts about Bertie Bott's every flavor beans. So while Bear is continuing to eat,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
They're what was that? Sausage and black pepper?
Black pepper.
I feel like it wouldn't be that bad.
It's not bad. So, you got a strong like umami sausage like fennel taste, and then that pepper kicks in at the end.
Oh God!
Just hit the back of your tongue. It's quite good.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe you're like advocating for it. So they're one of the most popular sweets in the wizarding world, and they're invented by, of course, Bertie Bott. So they have ordinary flavors like chocolate, peppermint, and marmalade, which we did not get. But of course, they have
marmalade at all.
They haven't. They have the bad ones like rotten egg. Apparently, they also have spinach, liver, and tripe. They're available at Sugar Plum's Sweets Shop, and they're priced at 6 sickles per box. This is all wizarding jargon. So Bertie Bott apparently created these by mistake. He was planning on making tasty sweets from food, but accidentally made one taste like a dirty sock, and immediately recognized the sales potential of a risk with every mouthful, which I gotta say, accurate. It makes sense for the marketing. I the fact that, I know she's transphobic and I hate that.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling's had a fucking fall from grace this past 12 months.
She is really, I cannot, it's really hard to fucking still support. Not like Harry Potter or anything, but it's like, fuck.
No, she's revealed herself to be, not the progressive hero that she had the chance to be, certainly.
Not at all. And which is really disappointing. And
sucks.
But the other thing, the thing that, and I'm not, this is going to sound like I'm giving her credit. It's not so much I'm giving her credit. It's almost that I can't believe that all of this came from one person.
Amazing.
Like, like not only the Harry Potter world, but like literally this shit that I'm reading. It's like that was part of her backstory for this whole world. It's like, motherfucker, that's insane.
Oh, it's completely nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're a popular sweet for students at Hogwarts. They buy them from the lunch trolley on the Hogwarts Express, which we see Ron do in the first movie. There is in one of the films, I think it might be the first. It's in the first or second movie, but Albus Dumbledore talks about how he had a vomit flavored one when he was, when he was a kid. And so that's very unfortunate for Albus. He's clearly very traumatized by that. But what I'd like to do now is figure out a little bit about the history of like when these were decided to be made for the film. And I think that hang on. I feel like it's pretty much only going to be found when we look up the stuff with the movie.
Yeah, I was able to find a lot of stuff on the Jelly Belly website, but I wasn't able to find like a definitive history of it.
Yeah, there's not really a definitive history. I did some Googling too, and it's more just like when you Google it, it just gives you links to Amazon to buy them.
Yeah, almost everything you find is like purchase these now. But no, I mean, it's some somewhat interesting shit. Obviously they're pulling a lot straight from the source material.
They did come out in 2001. They did release them with they released them in tying with the movie as a tie-in with the movie for merchandise for the movie to do better because the books were already huge. They didn't need to release them with the books. So once the movie came out, then they were like, oh, let's make these beans. That's what I found at least. So it did come out. These are 20 years old. So it's pretty fucking crazy. But I love the a risk with every mouthful. I didn't know that.
It was good.
That's great.
That's very funny.
It's very funny and it's very true.
No, that is candy usually is a pretty safe bet. Like you generally know what you're getting. Like it's been a long time since I've been surprised by candy. So it's interesting that you could build an entire brand off of like, hey, half of these are fucking awful and it doesn't cost any less. So enjoy. Yeah.
So so this says at the moment, there are 38 different beans which can be found individually. Aubergine, which I did not get.
I don't think I got that either.
But also what the fuck is aubergine?
I'm looking it up.
Okay. Bacon, baked. Okay.
Another term for eggplant.
There you go. Okay. So here's the thing that I'm finding out. It seems like in the wizarding world, Bertie Bott's every flavored beans are, they don't have any good ones almost. Like what Jelly Belly did, obviously, and they had to, it's a marketing thing. They had to put some of their own classic flavors in there to keep it somewhat enjoyable. But in the wizarding world, these are the 38 flavors. Aubergine, which is, as Bear said, another word for eggplant. Bacon, baked bean, beef casserole, bogey, which is booger, bouillabaisse, which what the fuck is that again?
Bouillabaisse is like a fish stew, I believe. It's got a lot of shit in it.
Yeah. Bubble gum, which that's not bad. Cauliflower, ay caramba. Cheese, chicken, chili, chocolate, not bad. Coconut, not bad. Curry, eclair, not bad. Earwax, which we had. Grass, which we had.
Yeah.
Ham.
Amazing.
Liver and tripe. Mushroom, mussel, olive. This is my favorite. Overcooked cabbage. Not just cabbage.
Fucked up.
Overcooked cabbage.
Yeah,
that's
I see where that's getting to.
That's awful. Pepper, which we had, prawn, pumpkin, salmon, sardine, sausage, which we had, a Bertie Bott's sherry flavored bean, sherry.
That'd be great.
Of dessert wine.
That'd be amazing. Actually, that's probably the best one I've heard.
That would be not bad. Soap, your favorite, you sick fuck. Sprout, strawberry and peanut butter ice cream. That wouldn't be that terrible. Strawberry wouldn't be terrible. Sugared violet, toast, tomato, and last but not least, vomit. Did you notice that there was no mention of a rotten egg in that list?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's a very friendly list, I'd say. There weren't that many that I'd say were bad. There's a couple that would be a little
Weird.
surprising.
Yeah.
Like I do like tripe,
Yeah.
but I know that that's something that a lot of people have a hard time with. But
Yeah.
that is, to me, that's not a bad flavor, but that would be a little strange to come across.
What's tripe again? It's like a lamb's
Tripe
tongue,
no, it's the lining of a cow's stomach. You
that's
make
right,
menudo out of it.
stomach. Yeah,
It's gross in the abstract. If you ever had menudo, it's fucking awesome.
Okay.
And
so let's
and
compare
mussels,
that
like,
list.
I love
Go ahead.
mussels. That you just don't want. You don't want
You
any
just don't want that in that-
mollusks. Yeah, in your
Yeah.
jelly bean.
Yeah, you don't want that in the texture of your jelly bean. But
Mhm.
so you just heard that list. Let's compare it to the list we got. Earwax, earthworm, dirt, cinnamon, cherry, candy floss, booger, blueberry, black pepper, banana, grass, green apple, marshmallow, rotten egg, sausage, lemon, soap, tutti frutti, vomit, watermelon.
Mhm.
I think ours are, I mean, in terms of like that, there's only 25 here and there's 38 there.
Yeah.
The majority of these, of the ones that we got, are gross flavors on purpose, obviously. But there are definitely some ones on ours that are worse than some that are on here. The overcooked cabbage is unforgivable.
That's got to be awful. There's no.
But ours has fucking rotten egg. It's got vomit. It's got earwax. Like, there were a few of these that I was like, I can't do it.
Rotten egg is really, really rough. Like,
rotten egg,
like, we're kind of being like fun about this, but you really can't overstate how bad that is.
It's terrible.
And I the last one I knew there was one in there, and I just ate it with like 6 other ones, and I couldn't even mitigate how bad it was.
It's
with
so
the other
bad.
Beans. It's really fucked up. It
really
punches
bad.
right through.
It's twisted. I feel like if a kid had that, they would throw up.
I think they would spit it out, unlike me, but it's especially interesting that it looks very close to a couple other ones that aren't nearly as disastrous.
That's the trick. It looks like buttered popcorn, and we've all seen the buttered popcorn jelly bean. I feel like, out of the list that I read on the website about Bertie Bott's every flavored beans, I think the rotten egg is it. I would say that it probably is worse, and it definitely sounds worse than anything on here. It sounds worse than overcooked cabbage too.
It does. No, 100%. It definitely sounds worse.
Like, if that's unforgivable, then the rotten egg is morally reprehensible.
Yeah, I'm eating a weed gummy right now too, but I just have to. You have to blast the flavor out of my mouth.
I fucking don't blame you, dude. It's goddamn. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have my ashwagandha gummies because I have them at night. Yeah. Do you know what ashwagandha is?
No, I pretended like I did because you said it with a lot of confidence. I have no idea what that word is.
So it's like excuse me. It's an ancient healing herb, and it's just used for healthy living. And it's basically used to help you, like, relax, restore, unwind. It helps sleep. It helps testosterone in men. It helps, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? I think I already said this. Relaxation, your immunity. So it's a lot of things. And I'm trying to, I wouldn't necessarily say, like, my health is in trouble or anything. In fact, quite the opposite. I'm pretty healthy, but it's just, I'm 32 now, and I'm like, why not? And they're gummies and they taste good. It's like, why not just fucking put that into my daily diet? Like, it's, might as well give it a shot and see if I notice any real difference, because it's such an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
It's taking Yeah, I've been taking them for like 3 years. I definitely have noticed, or not 3 years, sorry, 3 weeks.
I was like, holy fucking shit. Like am I about to get into a pyramid scheme? Holy fuck.
No. So I just started taking them. The brand is Goalie. And I also take their apple cider vinegar gummies, because apple cider vinegar is known for, like, gut health and appetite suppression and digestion and also immunity. And taking apple cider vinegar is kind of tough on its own.
Yeah.
And even in water, it's still a little bitter. I actually don't totally mind it in water, but the gummies are the same. It's the same thing, and they taste a lot better. So that's another kind of like no brainer. Why not try it? And I've had them for about 3 weeks. And for the month of January, I know it's February now, but for the month of January, I was really committed to waking up in the mornings and meditating and exercising, and during the week, Monday through Friday, eating at home, cooking and eating at home during the week, no takeout during the week. Except for one day last week when I got takeout on a Tuesday. And basically then from Friday night to Sunday night, I allowed myself to eat whatever I wanted. And I noticed that I definitely had more energy level, a higher energy level, excuse me. I felt better, like emotionally. And the gummies, I think, help, but I think what's helping is that my expectations are not super high, and I am a guy who struggles with mental health. And so what I've learned over time is to not get something like these ashwagandha and apple cider vinegar gummies and think to myself, okay, now that I have these, now I'm gonna feel better.
This is gonna solve it.
Yeah. And I've done that in the past, and that doesn't work. So I'm more just like, they taste good. They clearly have health benefits. So I'm just going to take and see what happens. So it kind of remains to be seen how much they've helped. But I think taking them combined with, the meditation and the eating better and the exercise. And by the way, just full disclosure, I didn't exercise last Friday, and I take the weekends off, but I didn't exercise last Friday, and I didn't exercise Monday and Tuesday of this week. I did exercise today. So I'm not perfect. Everybody fucking has little, moments where you're like, nah, I just need a fucking break. I'm just not going to do it, whatever. But I think that combined with those gummies combined with everything I've been doing, as well as I haven't been smoking weed or drinking alcohol since the new year. Yeah. I think I notice a bit of a difference in terms of like, yeah, I feel better, but it's not something where I'm like, I'm a new man. I feel amazing. It's more just like, yeah, I notice that I feel better, but I'm also like, but I still have work to do. I still have to like live my life and still have to work hard and all these things. It's not like I'm like, oh, finally now I can relax and put my feet up. And I'm slowly getting to the point in the age where I'm like, I'm probably never going to be that guy. I'm never going to be that guy who's like, now I can relax. That's just not who I am.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's a long answer of what you asked.
No, I enjoyed that answer very much. How's the meditating?
Thanks.
Are you going to keep with that? Is that good? I don't do
Yeah,
that,
dude,
consciously, but I could see it being a good idea.
So I do it Monday through Friday. And by the way, this is the most consistent I've ever been with it. I've done it on and off here and there over the years. I had an app called.
What's your strategy for that? Do you try to clear your mind? Like, do you hit a bell and try to hear when you can stop hearing it, like that kind of thing? Or do you try to have like a mantra or something? Like I know a bunch of different ways to do it without having ever really done it.
Great question. The long and short of it is that you have to find what works for you, but I'll tell you what I do, and this is what works for me. So, I have an app called Calm. I'm sure you've heard of it. I'm sure it's people call it the Calm app, but you can go to the App Store and download it. Calm. It is subscription based, but I think I get like a year free because of my insurance with Kaiser. I'm probably gonna have to start paying for it in the next couple of months, which I will continue to do because it has proven to be worth it. But there is a thing called the Daily Calm, and it's recorded by this woman named Tamara Levitt. And every day it's a new type of, not necessarily mantra, but just a new, subject for the day. But it's 10 minutes. And since I have ADD, seeing how long something is beforehand helps me.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just kind of like, oh, good. Now it's like, I know it'll be done in 10 minutes. If I just put that on and was like, how fucking long is this going to be? That's all I would be thinking about. And I would go crazy. But it's 10 minutes and like 45 seconds or something. But it took a little while, but a couple months ago when I was doing it, there was a huge aha eureka moment when I was listening to one and she said kind of like what you just said, which was about like, there are a lot of different ways to do this. And, some people have mantras and some people wonder, how do you sit still and clear your mind and everything? And again, I have ADD. My mind is never going to be clear. It's just not going to happen ever. but telling myself that frees me up to have lowered expectations when it comes to this thing. And I'm able to say like, okay, it's probably never going to be clear, but I'm still going to do whatever I can to be in this moment right now and have a healthy relationship with meditation. But the biggest thing that she said that stuck out to me was that meditation is not actually about clearing your mind and feeling amazing and doing all this stuff. It's about feeling how you feel. And that was like, oh fuck, that just it just really clicked with me, because then I was able to go into it having these moments of like, okay, because it's like focus on your breath, focus on your ribs, focus on your chest. And I do that, but then I'll think to myself like, oh, did I send that email? Or like, oh, do you remember that scene in Austin Powers when or whatever. It's like I'll just think of random shit, but then I'll catch myself and be like, okay, yeah, I'm here. Now let's go back to the thing. And it's like, it's just about feeling how you feel. And again, if you go into it and you're angry, recognize like, yeah, I'm fucking pissed off today, but you're still doing it. And that was a big help to me because it lowered the stakes. And again, it took away that outlook or it started to at least take away that outlook that I had where it's like, okay, now I'm meditating. Now I'm going to feel better. It's like, it's all about being patient with yourself. That's what works for me. Some people use an app called Headspace, where there's a British guy who says, hi, and welcome back to day 4 of the meditation. And he's great, very relaxing. I just happen to prefer Calm just because it's, I got it for free and Headspace was costing money and I wasn't using it quite as much, but I'm using Calm daily now. And I'm like, okay, I'm actually, utilizing this and it's, it's worth it to me. So again, there's a lot of different ways to do it. That's just what works for me. But what I like about it is that it's something that I know for me is going to take years. And like what I just said, I'm probably never going to be able to clear my mind completely, but I'm still going to try. So I'm past the point now where I'm like, because I used to be like, I'm never going to be able to, I'm not even going to fucking try. But now I'm just like, well, I might as well fucking try. It's never going to happen, but hey, might as well. And having that mentality just takes a lot of the pressure off and it makes it more fun. And it's actually something I look forward to doing.
Yeah. Other than like an opportunity to experience failure every day because you're not going to be able to achieve.
Right. That's such a good way to put it. It's like it went from being like, fuck, I don't want to do this because I'm not going to be good at it to, okay, yeah, now I'm actually just going to keep doing this because it can only benefit me. And so that's where I'm at with all of that. But yeah, I think a lot of this stuff is up to the person doing them as well. And it's also up to your expectations too. And also I have a very good therapist who is, I'm currently like working very well with, and it's the first time that I've worked with a therapist that I have homework outside of the room that I'm actually doing. Cause I've gone to talk. No, I'm serious. Like I've gone to talk.
I know. I thought you were gonna say I have homework outside the room. Like that's they do that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's okay. There it is.
That's my point is that like, I haven't had that before. I've gone to talk therapy and like, we both know I've been talking probably for like 7 minutes straight now. I can fucking talk up a storm with the best of them. But with talk therapy, I would just talk. And then I'd be like, all right, I feel better. And then the next week I'd have a million other things to say. And it's like, this is the first time that I've gone to a therapist, had been given specific homework assignments and done them. And yeah, I would still talk about new things, but it wasn't like I haven't left these sessions feeling like it's just going to come back. It's more like now I have these tools to manage it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's the long and short of it. But I'm a big believer in all that. Yeah, it is. Are you in therapy at the moment or are you not?
No,
because I know you were for a while.
I've done it. It's good for you. If you're thinking about it, just do it. Like you said, it's not going to hurt.
Right.
I think getting there is probably the hardest part, but it's not, you may not enjoy it at first or ever in the moment, but right. It's probably a good call. If you ever thought like, maybe I should do it, the answer is yes, just go.
Yeah.
Don't have to do it forever.
But it's
or maybe do, no big deal.
but you also have to want to do it.
Oh,
Like
100%.
if some
Yeah.
there's a big like, you know, if you're if you're an addict and you have friends giving you an intervention, like you need help or whatever reason, like that's a different thing.
Very,
But
very different.
when it comes to your own mental health, you have to want to be, but even then when your friends, you still have to want to get the help and be there too. It's like
Of
you still
course.
have to want to be there. But
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. It's interesting, man. I guess my big takeaway from all of this shit, the apple cider vinegar and ashwagandha gummies, the meditation, the whatever, I think it's about, it's weird. It's like you have to work hard and you have to be committed, but you also, in a weird way, should have low expectations, because it feels like, at least for me, because it feels like if you go into this being like, this is what's going to cure me, I'm going to be fine after this, you're just going to be disappointed because you're putting so much weight and pressure on these things that are all up to you.
Yeah.
So instead of having that outlook, just be like, I'm committed to feeling better, and it's going to probably take some time. I'm still going to have days where I'm going to want to fucking punch a wall or throw myself off a bridge, not like literally with like serious suicidal thoughts, but days where you're just like, God damn it, where you can't fucking handle things. And I'm not trying to trivialize suicide or anything, but if you genuinely feel that way and it's weighing down on you, you should call the suicide hotline, because help is available and it always is, and you're never alone. But if you have days where you feel tough or whatever, that's all part of the journey. That's all part of the process. And, you know, I think you and I are both lucky in the sense that we have great partners who, you know, support us on those days.
Which has not always been the case for either of us. So it is nice to arrive there.
Definitely not, man. And it's a very big deal when you can communicate to your partner, hey, I'm having, you know, certain feelings or whatever, and it's like you're dealing with certain things and they understand, you know, and they're like, that's, you know, thank you for telling me. It's like you have moments where you know, I don't know about you, but like I definitely have had moments where I've overshared and I've learned how to like hold back from that. But I also feel like communication is important, and it's, you know, I think that, you know, I think you just nailed it. We haven't always had that, and it's really nice to be there.
Yeah.
God, what an interesting episode. Eating fucking rotten egg flavored jelly beans to talking about mental health
it
and
stimulates
meditation.
The mind.
It does.
I was watching, this is so dumb, but I agree with this advice generally. I was watching this interview with Ernest Borgnine, who's a legend, and he was on like Fox and Friends or something. It was something super weird, and they're just like talking to him. Gets to the end of the interview, and they're like, "Hey, you're like 95 years old, like been working forever. What's the secret to such good health for so long?" And he's like, I shouldn't. I'm not going to tell you. I keep that to myself. And they're like, "Oh no, tell us." That he goes just like this. He thinks he's going to like tell a secret, and he accidentally just leaned directly into his lob. He goes, "All right, I masturbate every day." it's so funny, and I know with any luck, as long as I can get it up at that age, I will be tearing it off just like old Ernest.
Yeah. How old is Ernest Borgnine in that interview?
He may have. I think he's dead now.
No, he's dead now. I'm just saying, like, how old was he in that interview?
Let me just Google Ernest Borgnine masturbation. That should bring it right up.
It's incredible. Because how old was he when he died?
He was fucking old. He was around.
Oh man, he was 90. He was born in Hamden, Connecticut in 1917. He died in 2012. Dude, he was 95 or 95 years old. Holy shit.
He's on Fox News in 2008.
Holy shit, dude. He was married 1, 2, 3, 4,
he was 91
5 times
during this interview.
91.
91.
Wow.
Just like
he was married to Ethel Merman.
And none of those 5 wives could keep up with either of his hands, which is awesome.
Larry King was married, what, 7 times? 8 times, I think?
I believe it was 7.
Speaking of great interviews, the Marlon Brando Larry King interview is one of the best of all time. We have to do an episode on that.
We've talked about that before.
Oh, yeah. And it's, holy shit. Fucking Larry King. 1, 2, 3.
I think it's 7.
4, 5, 6, 7. Technically 8 times because he married Aline Atkins twice and divorced twice.
That's great work. Yeah, we
But
will
that's
count both of those instances for
oh
sure.
my God. But I guess in 1997, he wow. Oh man. Okay, so Sean Southwick, born in or sorry, married in 1997, and then they filed for divorce in 2010, but reconciled, but then filed again in August of 2019.
Sometimes the first time doesn't take.
Yeah, but holy shit, dude, what an interesting guy. All right, so Bertie Bott's every flavored beans. We've had time to digest.
Yeah,
What do we
literally.
think? What do we think?
I think they're great. My only complaint is that they are different colors. I love the idea of committing to something that you know could be
Oh
bad
man.
and just dealing with it. And I think it's almost cheating by like you can tell which ones are blueberry.
Right, because I was looking at the thing. Yeah, that's a very
Yeah,
good point.
they do fuck you up a little bit with that rotten egg is really close to a couple of the other ones. There's
Yeah.
some that are close, but I
Right.
like how fun and whimsical and just absolutely horrifying this is.
Oh
This
yeah.
is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I love these. I hope they
Yeah.
never stop making these. These are perfect for when you're a kid, and it is astonishing how bad some of these are as an adult. So
Oh yeah.
uh, I'm actually I think these are awesome. I think
Yeah.
this is a solid yes.
I agree, man. Very solid, yes. And part of it is it's one of the first things one of the first like food items that we've done where the grossness actually makes it better.
It is yes.
Like
Oh yeah.
100%. And that's probably only true of this. Because you could
Yeah.
technically argue that of like McDonald's or Burger King or whatever fast food you want just for like the sake of it, but it's not the same thing. Like that's a different people don't go there to be grossed out. People go there because they want to fucking eat.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
this purely exists because of the fun of it of like what are we going to get? This is going to be how sick are we going to
Yeah.
feel whatever. So I'm totally with you. It's a hard yes.
Yeah.
That
This is
being
the pinnacle of
said,
prank food.
oh yeah,
it's a prank and it just works.
it's fun, man. It's a conversation starter. It's a fun way to engage with people. It's like it's a you could get a little pack of these and have like friends over and just pour them. Oh, let's see ones you got or whatever. You could do a thing part of the fun is knowing what you ate, so that's why your idea of it might, as I kind of love that idea that they're all the same color, but it might not hold water because if there's no like
There'll just be a guide.
there's no if there's no
That's a
guide, then
good
it's like
point.
what the
It's a good
fuck
point.
did I just eat? And people
Yeah.
they might not only freak out, but they might be frustrated of like what does that mean?
Yeah.
But the guide is a lot of the fun of it is
Yep.
being like, oh, I just ate grass or whatever the hell it was. But yeah, hard yes, couldn't agree more. We will probably do some more Harry Potter content this year,
Absolutely.
specifically because the first movie is 20 years old. Please give us a 5-star review and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Find us on Instagram at Still Good Show. Send us an email, stillgoodshow@gmail.com. You can also check out our website, stillgoodshow.com. And just feel free to, shoot us a line if you feel like there's something you want to hear us do, or if you hate us, whatever you want. And we will see you next week after we have thrown up all the rotten egg jelly beans.